Hello, welcome to Ilorin, North Central Nigeria and the capital of Kwara State. It's a land with very rich cultural diversity and great respect for religion. Let's get to meet the people and of course explore the beauty of this land on Community Reports. I'm Chris Elams. Ilorin is the biggest city in Kwara State, North Central Nigeria. And as of 2007, population here was put at over 800,000 people, which translates to over 1/3 of the total population in the state. The town is believed to have been founded in the early 15th century and is today occupied by Yorubas, Fulanese, Nupes, Barubas, among others. During the ancient Oyo Empire, Ilorin served as a provincial military headquarters and thereafter a northern Nigeria protectorate when Shehu Alimi, a descendant of Usman Fodio, took over the city through the spread of Islam.
Over time, it has grown to be, a mixed culture of people of the Yorubas or from other parts of Kwara, the Fulani, obviously, and those from other parts of Kwara, say Kwara North, for example. And Kwara State used to be regarded as a civil service state, but that's changed over time, mainly as recent as 2003 in the administration of Dr. Bukola Saraki. That gradually started to change. And now Governor Abdul Fattah Ahmed is building it into the North Central's economic hub using agribusiness and skills and the number of education institutions we have now. Its location is really helpful because it's the gateway between the north and the south. Owing to the challenges in other parts of the country, we've witnessed a serious influx of people into Ilorin in the last 2 or 3 years. Ilorin has extended even beyond its outskirts. You go to places and you discover, wow, the people are living here because the population increases every day. Estate value has shot up. You find, it used to be, you will have been dreaming to talk about renting an apartment in Ilorin for 1 million naira a year. But now you're starting to find it in certain places that you can rent an apartment here for 500,000 or 1 million naira. So the place is expanding at an astronomical rate.
The coming of Islam into Ilorin brought a huge influence on the people's way of life and the emirate status of the city. Just as there are lots of churches here in Ilorin, so are there mosques. But of them all, this stands out: the Central Mosque, which hosts religious prayers every Friday. What stands here today as a Ilorin Central Mosque is a rehabilitation and refurbishment of an older mosque which was commissioned in 1981 by the then Nigerian President Alhaji Shehu Shagari. But due to dilapidation and expansion, a committee was set up to birth this edifice, reconstructed at a cost of over 1.2 billion naira, to make a bold statement that Islam flourishes in the city.
In fact, we call it the ancient but modern city because it retains, if you go to the palace, you witness the history. On the other part is a very beautiful palace, and then you see all the history of Ilorin. Where the horse, famous horse was first tied to the other places in the palace that tell of the history of the Ilorin Emirates. And then next door you find the mosque, which is probably one of the most grand in Nigeria, if not the whole of the sub-region. And you go in there, and that mosque, to tell you a bit of the history, was supposed to be a lot smaller than that. But the former administration of Dr. Bukola Saraki wanted something grand. So he had the architects go to the Grand Mosque in Medina, had them go to mosque in Egypt and in Mecca to look at how those mosques were. And so they came back and he designed the mosque you see now, that is as much a religious symbol as it is a cultural and tourism symbol. It speaks to our people's link with their history, but their willingness to develop. It also speaks to it goes back to Islam's strong links with architecture, and also how far Ilorin has come as a community. So we have people coming there who are even non-Muslim, who wants to look at the mosque and look at the spread and the grandeur, experience the grandeur of the mosque. So gradually, we were trying to find a match between the need to preserve it as a religious place of worship, but also as a tourist attraction for people to come and look at.
The mosque, commissioned in 2012, has a capacity of 3,500 worshippers at a sit-in and can take up to 12,000 if other areas are utilized.